Hey everybody, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade, and we are live. This is a live stream. Today we're going to be working on the Travel Time Motorboard. I have to get this done, and my goal is to do this whole thing today live, go through everything, clean everything, rebuild everything. Well, there's really not much to rebuild. We just got to go clean all these relays, adjust them, unscrew everything, flip it over, vacuum it off. Same with the fuses, score motor, everything, take everything off. Tighten all the Jones plugs, clean them, all that cool stuff. I'm guessing this is going to take me a solid 2 hours at the very least. But yeah, it's all this fun right here. So yeah, feel free to throw in some questions if you got any. Well, let's do this. Let's get this over here, and we got to we're putting a power cord on it too. Brand new power cord. Try to get this camera set up first. Ooh. Let's do it this way, where we don't have to twist our cords. Alright, I don't know what to do now. I can get my camera. We can do that, which may be pretty decent. We got two different views. That may be good. Alright, let me turn my phone off so I don't hear boop boop, boop boop, boop boop constantly. There's my vacuum. We'll need that. As you can see, I'm unprepared as usual. That's how I roll. That is totally how I roll. First thing, let me get my little brush, and I'm going to get this vacuum cleaner plugged in. So we can get some vacuuming done on the board. I get the new buzzer out, buzzer 2.0, the quiet buzzer. Let's get that right away too. Buzzer 2.0, I like that. Alright, let's get that. We'll just set that right here out of the way. Alright, first thing, let's get this vacuum going so I'm not hacking up a lung from the dust that's going to be created. What I'm going to do is, let's buzz it first. I will buzz it first, and then we will create some dust, because I'm going to create dust anyways by buzzing it. So why not buzz it right now? This is a generic Dremel Harbor Freight one with the actual real 443 bit in it. I'm just going to go through and clean all these contacts right here. We'll do that first. It should take seconds. Within a minute, we'll be through all these contacts. Alright, we went through all those contacts. Let's get we got the brush here. And we got the camera. So, let's get it vacuumed. We found one issue right away. I got a spring that has popped off. I may have to get a... No, there we go. There. I don't know how the hell that happened. That's why I like shop vacs for this, is because if you do vacuum up anything, you can get it without it being destroyed. Like with a home vacuum cleaner, like your Kirby or Hoover or whatever, the vacuum first goes through an impeller and then into the bag with, what do you call it? With the shop vac, the impeller is after the filter, so it sucks down. Let me see, what do you got? We got motor, filter, bucket, and then hose. With a home vacuum cleaner, you got hose, impeller, bag, and then motor. So it sucks everything into the bag on a home vacuum cleaner, and on a shop vac it sucks everything into the bucket instead of the filter. The filter just purifies the air for the, what do you call it, the motor. That way, with a lot of shop vacs, you can use them to suck up water, because the dirt is never meant to go through the impeller. Now on a home vacuum cleaner, that's okay, because you're usually not sucking up hard, chunky things like that, usually. But I did that once when I was younger. I vacuumed up a bunch of pennies and then destroyed the impeller on a vacuum cleaner. I sold it to one of my friends, and he bought a brand new impeller for it. Like, I used that thing for years too. Said it was the best vacuum cleaner he ever bought. Of course, I don't have that here. Needle nose pliers is always a great tool to have. Green Giant. Now I did go through all these. And all these are working great. I had one that was iffy, but I've said in my other videos on how to ohm test coils, sometimes you have to just disconnect one in order to get it to test right. And that was this one. This one just would not test correctly. Once I took the main wires off of it, it tested out perfectly. So that means it's running through another coil or some circuit somewhere that is making, like putting a load on it to kind of make it test incorrectly. It happens. Alright, screws out. Now these are all connected by the one braid here, so we can just take those, flip them over like that. These two will flip over like that. Now, vacuum. No. Can't vacuum this. It's vacuum time. I do got a chunk of solder right here. I want to get ouch. Oops. No, can't suck this. Alright. Those we will throw back down. Let's see if I can clean off underneath those a little bit better. Why is this like that? Alright. Not too bad, dust-wise. I did see some questionable wires right here that I want to trying to kind of like separate a little bit. I don't think they're touching, but I don't want them to be any. Yeah, those two are touching. Oh, those are supposed to be. I believe those two are supposed to be, but that solder connection is broke. Actually, I don't think so. Those are not supposed to be connecting. I don't know. What are those? These are these two. Those are definitely should not be connected as far as I can see. No, because there'd be no need for that leaf if those were connected, because I have a wire on this leaf, a wire on the middle leaf, and a wire on the outer leaf. And those should not be connected, I think. Yeah, that is a bad thing right there. That is a drop of solder that somebody soldered something and it dropped, and that probably could have been one of the reasons why this game was parked, because it just bridged two contacts that shouldn't be bridged. So I have never seen this game work. I buy a lot of games and a lot of them are just folded up. You know, I never ever see them work, and this was one of them. You can usually look at a machine and tell, you know, just by looking at it, if you can get it back to life or not. But yeah, there was a blob of solder right there, and that can wreak total havoc. And we would have never saw that just doing a plain shop job on a game. That is something you spot when you tear apart a whole game. And that's why I do this. I go through and I tear these apart like this, so I can examine everything. And that's what we just found was a bad oddity. That would have caused some issues, and I'm sure it did. And I want to let everyone know this is not the travel time you will be seeing in future videos. This is my second travel time. I had originally two of them that I was going to make one killer machine out of and then sell one. And what ended up being, it was really the only difference between both of the machines after I examined them was the glass. One had a decent glass Another one had glass that needed to be replaced. That was really the only difference between both of the machines. Some had better parts on it and some had worse parts on it. This one just had bad, horrible back glass. No, this one had the halfway decent back glass. The one I sold had the horrible back glass. But they were in both, I would say, very similar condition except for that. Where are we going? Let's do this. I'll put this in here. And then this should find its hole. Alright, where are you going? It's right there. Why doesn't it want to go in? Was it cockeyed or something? Weird. Alright, let's go through these relays. Adjust if necessary. I can zoom you in a little bit better. What I'm looking for is movement on the back leaves of these two when I open them. I'm getting pretty decent movement. I like to give it a little bit more. And these two are great. So now we'll go with these four. This one, I'd like to tighten up a little bit. That one, just a little bit. This one, a little bit. And this last one's got a really fat leaf on it. It's moving, but it's not moving a lot, but it's a fat leaf. But I can see the front leaf is bending a lot when it engages, so that means it's getting a good contact. And always move your coils by right here. Don't do it here because you won't get anything accurate, because this is where it's pulling in and locking. And those are good. So we will move to these now. Yeah, I'm going to watch this first one here because that's the first one that's disconnected. Okay. Now I'll watch all the back ones, and I can tell already this one's got a decent gap on it. This one has a huge gap on it. This one's got a huge gap on it. And the other ones look like they got good gaps. So what I will do is I will tighten that gap up. Sometimes you got to tighten them all the way up so they're touching and then back them off. And sometimes you can just wiggle them like I'm doing. And we will tighten this one up just a little bit. Alright. Now this one right here will disconnect as good. And all the other ones look good too. So let's move to this one. These are all doing good, but they could use a little tweaking. I don't think most people do what I do on these games, just because they're either afraid to or it's working. but I usually will tighten up every switch. That's what I usually do, regardless. I'd rather have them be just a little tighter, and this way they will self-clean themselves for years to come. However, nothing is self-cleaning. If you believe these switches are to be self-cleaning and don't need to be cleaned, you're wrong. I've had people tell me I don't have to clean all these switches. But then they go about that, you know, every now and then you get a dirty switch, you need to clean it. Well, if truly they are 100% self-cleaning, how did they get dirty to begin with? And that's an argument they can never, they never win. They will still argue about it, but they can never win it. And that one's perfect. I'm going to tighten up this one a little bit. They are self-cleaning to an extent. Yes, if they're adjusted properly, they will clean themselves. But over time, they do get dirty. This one is a little too close for me. So is this one. Now what I did with that Dremel is I cleaned them and polished them. So you got the best of both worlds. Alright, what part are we going to go to next? Usually I flip it around, but I think we will do the score motor next, just because it's going to be in my way. So I'm going to buzz these, get these cleaned, we'll flip them out of the way, and then we'll get to the score motor, and that just got crap all over it. I tell you a little trick too. Not all these relays are used on this game. The couple that are over here that we will be cleaning a little bit later, those really are not used. Those are more of a nickel / coin use. So I still clean them, but those aren't used, and they won't be used. But they gotta get cleaned, you know what I mean? that cleaned. I gotta flip that out and we'll get under there a lot better. But let's get to that square motor. Let's clean it first if we can. That had a big glop of solder in it. Right here. Come here. Oh, there's another one back here too. There's two. Here's one of them. This is bad. Bad. The reason why it's bad is because you're dropping solder on the game, and as you can see, it did drop on the switches. If you connect two of the switches together, you will have a horrible running game that probably is going to have issues. All right. Dusty. There's a big glop of solder right there too. Let's see if I can get that off without destroying the paper. Now that's gonna stay. There we go. See that solder splatter? It's bad. It just tells me somebody was working on this game very carelessly. Alright, we will vacuum that up. Let's get these up out of the way. This is gonna make me be able to get in there, clean this a little bit better. All right. There we go. Now I can get right in there. Let's vacuum that out. Anybody got any questions? I know there's like two of you guys watching. Two people watching, it looks like. If anybody's got any questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer them. I'm going to get a drink. The dust is getting to me. do we have for the drink of choice? Half and half. I still got a bunch of these cans left from Walgreens. All right. Sorry for that. All right, so now I'm gonna take well, let's clean this off first, and then we'll take those screws out, and we will clean that other half. Might as well do this first because this is usually just going to shred like crazy. We're going to clean what do you call it? The gears. This is just naphtha that I'm using. And I'm just going to... This is greasy. This is really greasy. Somebody put grease on it. Oh, you can actually see the grease here. See that? That is grease. That's somebody had sprayed grease on it, and this must have been down like that, and that's just where it settled. But yeah, that's grease. This doesn't need to be greased. Alright. So I'm just gonna spin this around. Clean the grease off. It's just nasty. If anybody wants to know, how long does it take to do a machine? Well, that depends. I'm going to say at the very least 15 hours to clean a machine, to go through it. The very least it takes me is about 15 hours. It takes more when I make videos of it. If there's more issues with it, it takes even longer. However, me getting to 15 hours, that's the hard part. I have a normal full-time job. I don't like to work after work. A lot of times, as soon as I get home from work, I don't want to do nothing. And if I do anything pinball related, it's usually not for that long. It's maybe an hour. And then my weekends, I spend working on pinball machines. However, I still have a life, and I get all that, and I have house things I need to do. So that's why usually it takes me anywhere to 3 to 4 months to do a game. Sometimes it takes a little bit less, but I usually don't want to promise anything because I don't know what's going on with my life. I can't get to games sometimes on the weekends, or if I do, it's on very limited. And sometimes all I will do is I will come down here. I have to get my fingers clean. I will come down here and then look at the game just so I can order parts. That can take time too, just going through it and testing everything. Go through it, test all the coils, make sure they work, and then still after you do that, there's no guarantee that the coils are good because once I take parts apart, I may have a seized coil sleeve inside them, or just some other little weird issue. Alright, that is almost clean. Now we get to the nitpicky part. That's where I go through and I clean all the nubs off with a Q-tip. Does this need to be done? No, it doesn't. It makes it look prettier. It's clean. Once I go through and clean all the gunk out of the cams, it's a prettier looking game. Will it play better? I don't know, it may work better without a grease and gunk removed. Maybe a little smoother playing game. Quieter. Could be. It looks damn better. That's all I care about. It looks better. That's what I want. I want it to look better. The better the looking, the better it looks. The more impressed you are when you see your game. Oh, come on. There we go. It's like this. Does this really need to be cleaned? No. Does it look better after I clean it? Yeah. Is it affecting gameplay? Absolutely 100% not. When you open up the machine, does your machine look cooler? Yes. I believe if your game is clean everywhere, you will just mentally think your car, well, your game is cleaner. Kind of like a car. You wax your car and wash your car. It seems faster. It seems to run better. It's a pride thing, you know. Take pride in your work. That's about it. Well, is it worth more money? I believe so. I have no idea what that is right there. I cannot read whatever you just typed. I'm sorry. But welcome to the chat. Alright. See if I can get that off. That's the harder part to clean. Right. There we go. Get some screws. Yeah, that was smart. These should be tight. Not He-Man tight, but tight. They have lock washers on them, so there. Alright, let's go through those. All the leaves on the score motor switches. Let's get this out of the way so I don't spill it and create a mess like I've done in the past. Alright, these are pretty easy to go through. It's going to be very hard for me to show you. We're just going to go through them on an angle and get through all of them cleaned. But it's very hard to show, like I said. You're just going to have to trust me that I'm cleaning all of them. That doesn't even contact there. Ouch. That just seemed like extra dirty, that one. All right. Okay. I don't know what we're having here. All right. So that is clean. Now, I got to clean one more part of it. Forgot to clean the front of the switches. I almost fell over the way I was balanced. Here we go. So has anybody got any questions? I'm always up to answering questions if you got any. I think most of those I'll clean once I get it screwed back down. Easier to do. Let's just keep that there because that's got a good half on it. Let's get this back on here. Now this one's a little different for screwing it back down. You want to screw it down evenly and then spin the score motor as you do, just to get it to set properly and not bend weird or odd. Screwdriver for that. It just makes it easier. Just go back and forth and get them tight. Alright. No broken wires, nothing was soldered together. Everything good there. Alright, now the trick is I have to verify every switch is opening and closing. That's the fun part. Alright, I get it down into the groove like that. And we'll get my screwdriver, my magnifying glasses, possibly a flashlight, and I will look at the switches to see how they're going. I already know the top ones usually need to get adjusted. Yeah, man, that one's good. That one's good. Nothing needed on that one. That one looks good too. As usual, at least tighten one top switch down all the time. Why? You may ask as well. They're on the top. People get in here and do stuff. usually get bumped. And sometimes I just don't like the way that they look. Alright, number 3. That one all looks pretty good too. I'd have to say this was a good running game possibly, except for the glops of solder I found. I want to clean 2 switches. Sometimes they just get a little odd corrosion on it, and I think they're not clean, but they are. That one works good. That one works pretty good. This leaf here, I like to bring that one up a little bit. Otherwise, I love that. Okay, this one. This one I'd like to bring down a little bit. Let's buzz it first. Maybe that'll bring it down. That one I'd like to bring down. That's the bottom one. Okay, I gotta go all the way back around again. There. Yeah, it's better. It just was staying contacted a little bit too long to me. Alright, that's good. This one. It looks good. Yeah. That looks good. I just got to go around one more time to catch this one. Okay. Yeah, that's good. All right. Square motor is good. I just need to check this stuff now because I leaned on it. That happens. All right, let's clean the front of those off a little better. Oh, what's the hardest part to clean in the machine? Oh, that is a good question. Playfield. Because you need to take everything off of it and strip it back down to wood. That's why I think the playfield is the hardest thing to clean. Oh, it depends on what game though too. But generally the playfield is the hardest part to clean because you're taking everything off of it. Otherwise, everything else gets cleaned pretty good, pretty easily. But the playfield, yeah, I'd have to say that's the worst thing, hardest thing to clean. Good question. Very good question. Do people call you Missy? We're almost actually done with this. Kinda. We got the hardest parts on our relay board cleaned. Let's check those and see what they're doing for opening and closing wise. Again, these I like to bend up and twist in certain ways just to make sure that they don't bump into each other. And this one I'll give a little adjust. This is the out-hole relay. The only reason why I know that is because it still has a tag on it. A lot of times they don't. And those are all working good, except for this one. And this one. And this one. And this one. So most of them weren't. Alright, those are good. Let me get some of these screws out of right here. Throw them off to the side, and we're going to get that new cord on. And we'll get the new power cord on. Plus these have to come off anyways in order for me to clean better. Oh, did I tell you guys I was right in the middle of a caramello when I found gold the other day? Yep. I hate to say it, but I was. And let's move the camera out again, Mark. Just to make things easier for you guys to see. Alright, let's get a little vacuum action right here. Man, I love this new vacuum. I gotta do another review on it yet. We'll take these off. The reason why I'm putting our new cord on, this cord isn't too bad, it isn't too good, but it's not grounded. This one's actually soldered on. Bye bye, Cordy, bye bye. I said in a letter, and you won't power this machine no more. Alright. I'll take the cord. Like I said, it's a good cord. But I like putting, what do you call it? Better cords on them. And I need to verify what is power on this game. It should be that yellow. I don't know yet. Let me zip tie this together. Throw it in my scrap pile. Cords go to scrap. They don't go in the garbage, they're scrap. Let me go look on a manual on my computer. Let's do hide. Williams. Travel time. Schematic. Rotate. Okay. And rotate again and again. Alright. It's telling me yellow. The cord goes to black. And then goes to yellow. Yellow goes to the fuse, which is right here. Cord, yellow goes to the fuse, and black is your ground. So we will make the hot yellow and the black will be neutral. You know what I mean, Vern? Alright, let's bring that back up. Wow, that's pretty good. And of course the wires don't match up like they normally don't. It says black and yellow. And what we have brown and yellow. So this brown, I can see, is going to the transformer. So that's the black wire, Williams says. And the yellow wire, I can see, is going to a fuse. Alright, let's get that off, but we will test it. Let's do this. Let's pull the fuses out. For testing this, I always take the fuses out. One, I gotta take them out anyways. I have to clean a fuse block. And two, a lot of times these are wrong fuses. And three, if they are good fuses and they are bridging the contact, sometimes you can get a false reading. So we'll put the voltmeter on continuity. We touch them together. They beep. So let's take the ends off so they're longer. Alright, so we will go to yellow here, and yellow is there. It's not going to any part of the other fuse block. So yellow is hot, brown goes to the transformer. You can see it in the little screen. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Bear Kid? Man, hope you're doing better. Hope you're healing up good. Just working on another travel time. This is travel time number 2. This is the one that I was going to keep, but I just decided after I refurbished one, it wasn't my cup of tea. So I sold it. It would have been a keeper if I have a lot more room, put it that way. Definitely would have kept it. I would have kept a lot more games if I had like Dave's arcade room. Definitely would have kept a lot more games. But I don't, so I won't. But I wish I would. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I know what wires are what. Oh, Martin Brando died on this day. I got an app on my phone called Dearly Departed. And it just tells you when people famous died. I don't know what day, year, but it was this date. Pinball stuff. Here we go. This is how I do it. Hot and neutral. Hot would be the little tab. Neutral would be the big tab. So what we got in there, I'll show you on a cord. Here's the cord. It plugs into the wall like this. Remember, hot was on this side and neutral was on that side. Hot, neutral, because it plugs in that way. So then we will take our multimeter, which I should have just left out, put it back on continuity. And hot would be what color? It's white. Because it plugs in this way, right? Hot is white. Black would be the neutral, which it usually is. And then ground is ground. Let me get that little thing up again. That's how I change cords. Hot is black and white is neutral. Was that backwards? I'll show you again. Focus. Here we go. Hot is that side. Hot over here. Neutral over here. So see how the cord plugs in? The cord is going to plug in this way. See, because it goes into the wall that way. So therefore, this side has to be hot. And this side has to be neutral. Hot. Because it plugs in like that. So. And again, we will do it one more time. Hot. There's black on this one. And white is neutral. So we're going to go black to yellow. Yep, see, black to yellow. And then white is neutral. I know you guys can't see that too good. But again, this side would be black is hot, white is neutral. Take it easy. Take it easy. Just like the song. Alright. Black is hot. We will twist that together. And then white goes to brown on this game because brown is supposed to be black according to the wiring diagram. So remember, this game at one time, it didn't care how you plugged that cord in. It didn't care at all if you plugged it in upside down, right side up, or whatever. However, I want to hook it up to standards of today. So therefore, I want to just do it correctly to standards today. This is going to be fun. This is my big soldering iron. There. That I flowed the solder right into the wire. Hold the soldering iron on the wire and push the solder into the wire. And that way it will flow directly into it. That is tinned. Now that I will just solder right onto there if I can get a clean shot. There. Now we should have a perfectly grounded machine and be closer to 90 specs with what do you call it? Wiring. So now I will take shrink tubing. Let's use some colored stuff. What type of color is this machine? It's green. Let's see if we got some of this colored stuff that can go on there. Just to be funny. A little more fun. Do we got green that will fit? No. We got yellow that will fit though. Which is kind of a fun color, isn't it? Yeah, we will use yellow. It's a fun color. Alright, we'll cut this in half. Get the shrink tubing on each one. Heat it up. There. Well, now it will be protected in case somebody decides to stick their hand in there while the power's on. Trying to figure out what that ticking noise is. Must just be the relaxing of the vents. Alright. This is done. I think I'm done soldering right now. I'll take this big glop off. Throw that in the garbage. We will get this tucked under there. And buttoned up good, just like it was factory. You can lose, but you can win. You'll never be here again. So open up your mind and take it easy. Ooh. And then this one went like this, something like that. And that one goes right there. Now we got it all hooked up. Now we'll take the cord and put that I don't know how many we're going to use. We're going to at least use 2, at the very minimum 2. One. Cut it off. Need one at least on the very end. Maybe one in the middle. I like using the white ones. I really don't need one in the middle. I like using the white cords, the white zip ties, just because they kind of blend in with the factory look. I think 2 is all we need, is all we're going to use. And my soldering iron's unplugged. Alright. Next part is I'm going to start pinching all these together, and then we'll show you how I do that. Just get my area clean a little bit. Alright, I'm just going to take it and pinch these ends together on the Jones plugs, but I might just do this real quick to them too. That's the only thing I like about this new buzzer. One thing I don't like about the new buzzer is that it shuts itself kind of like down if it gets too much of a load on it. The other one just powered through it. There. What I'm doing is I'm just pinching the Jones plug's ends tighter. So when a Jones plug goes in, there's a glop of solder right there. So when the Jones plugs go in, they're tighter. So we already like almost, we're about an hour and a half into rebuilding this. Alright, should I get on the other side? That'd be a little easier. Yeah. Oh, now I know what that noise is. My air cleaner needs to be cleaned. That's what that staticky noise is. When it gets dirty, it makes a staticky noise. So I'm just pinching these together a little bit. That one's tight. Just to make a better contact when they plug in. Since these aren't like hardwired, they just go inside, male and female, and that's how they grip. So if you tighten them up, that first time you push them in there, you're going to get a rock solid grip out of it. The gripper action, that's what you will get. You'll get the gripper action on them, and that's what you want, a good gripper. Let's buzz these real quick. And of course, this is my speediness. I just did all that without showing anything. Like I said, these ones aren't probably going to get used. But that doesn't mean they don't need to be cleaned. Those clean really quick, as you can tell. All right. Look at that. Easy room to get underneath there and clean everything. This is how we do it. This is how we clean it. this one I want to adjust while it's still out, so I can't get to. Oh, that is good. That one leaf really good while it's on. Let me get these from the other side. There. Forgot those are so much easier to clean when you have them off. Perfect. Those are all adjusted. This is how we clean it. Alright, now all this can go back down, which is tons of fun. So much fun. Like I said, this is the only way I know how to clean a machine properly. Is by tearing it apart completely. This is how we do it. Come on, tell Jordan, that's it. Oops. I might go through all these. Yeah, those are good. That's why I was leaning on them. I need to do something else too. I gotta wrap up this cord halfway. before I forget. Comes up the machine, hangs out. That should be good. There. We're almost done. We gotta go through the front half yet. And why did I put my tester away when I still have to test the fuses? There. I'll do a quick vacuum on that. These wire nuts are garbage. Don't use them. Alright, we got that half done. So now, take this and flip it around. Whoa, don't want to do that. There. Alright. Now we can work on this side. Can you do this? Bet you can't. Alright. Now we're gonna let's do this first. Make it a little easy on yourself, Mark. We're going to clean these first and then put them back in. So we're going to be on the left. This is also on left. I forgot some of these don't need to be cleaned because they're like stainless steel or something. This is on the last two. These do need to be cleaned. those. So we're not using those jacks. But we'll tighten them up anyways, I guess. This is my ADD trip checking in. Okay, now these, you see I flipped it around? That's how you know it's going in correctly. Just put it this way. Because if you put it this way, with this extra tab, you could never get it down on those two. So therefore, you know it only can go on this way, which will go on like that. Yeah, I like that better. Oh yeah, that went down nice. Stay. This is how we do it. Now Williams-Jones plugs, it really only touches 2 spots on them, but I'm cleaning all 4 sides. As you can see, I'm making a small mess right here with this. When I squeeze these together, it's just touching this side of the plug. It's not touching this side or the middle. It's just touching the 2 ends really. So that's really all you need to clean on a Williams-Jones plug. Did I tighten those? I don't remember. I don't think I did. We're going to go through and tighten them all. I'm definitely going to watch a movie after this, but I shouldn't. I got stuff to do. Probably going to live stream again tonight. These are Jones plugs for the coin door. That's why there's nothing on them. But they still need to be cleaned, because the coin door plugs into them. This is where you get your power switch, your credit button, coin door lights if there's any left on this door, I can't remember. Your tilt, your flippers, I'll go through all this. Alright, that is done. So I think I'm going to clean the fuse block right now. Oh, I got that other Jones plug over there, which is for the chime. My hand's cramping up. Oh, I'm glad that's done. That sucks. All right, we still got to take that off. But I want to get that out of the way. Little one. This one. Right here. Cleaning the fuses now. One, it makes them work better. too. I can read them then. And if they're bad, they get thrown in the garbage. Or if they're wrong, they get replaced. And then people are like, well, why aren't you replacing them? Well, these are probably better than new fuses, I believe. They've been in this game probably, hopefully, since brand new. And if they've been in that long and are in good shape, chances are they're still going to be good for umpteen years from now. Alright. Let's get my goggles on and see if they're correct or not. It's a 10 amp. Alright, where'd it go? How can you lose a fuse? There it goes. I saw it bounce on the floor too. Oh, there's a toothpick. Toothpick will go. Look at toothpicks. Don't want that on the ground anyways. It's a good worker. 10 amp. And that's a good worker. Amp. They should all be the same except for one. One is a 15 amp, which kind of looks like this one, and it is. And they're all the correct fuses, which is awesome. I've been lucky with that lately. All the games have the correct fuses on them. Oh, we need that. Good thing. All the correct fuses, and they're all good. And that's all clean now. This actually is almost done. Alright. Well, does that come out of there? Okay, well, it can stay. I'm not going to make it come out if it doesn't want to come out. The only thing really left to clean on this now would be the other half of the Jones plug. that'd be really about it. Forgot that. This is a service jack. In case you're going to do any soldering in the machine or stuff like that. You could plug your soldering iron into here or whatever. There. Alright. Let's do it. See how that comes out in perfect shape compared to for a regular vacuum cleaner, that'd have been destroyed. It's not really needed, but I'm gonna put it back. Oops, I bumped the thing. This is glue stick. That's all this is used for. You just coat the back of it. Stick it right back down. There. Now it says ground wire again. But I don't know why you need to know what the ground wire is on this. Alright. Oh, where's the big fatty one at? Right here. Big fatty. Big fatty is the screw. Now this says it has 12,085 games on it, which I would probably put money on and say it's correct. I would put money on and say that is correct. Because the playfield on this thing is awesome. Gotta fix that. And I put the cute toothpick back that I could have used. And I bumped you again. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys, chipmunks. They'll never stay home. They'll always be alone. Make them be doctors and lawyers and stuff. Come on, Glue. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be pinball techs. They'll spend all their money on games, and they'll never have free time. But they'll have a good, cool collection that people will enjoy. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be pinball techs. I gotta switch here, son of a... No, I got another one. Oh well, I got two now. I thought I reused that. I must have bought another one. There. There. And ta-da! We are done. This is done. D-O-N-E, done. But one thing I do want to do is get my vacuum cleaner and put it on below. One other thing I want to do. One more thing. Two more things need to get done, actually. I gotta get a little gear oil for that. Should have did this. I really should have did this while I had the leaves off the top. And that's got a good spin to it, good. I'll teach you. Mm. Put that back so I don't knock it over. A lot of things I don't mind spilling on the floor. That is one thing I would mind spilling on the floor. Would be that. Just 2 Jones plugs. This is it. Cleaning the Jones plugs. This board is done. And go right back in the cabinet as soon as I vacuum out the cabinet. That I'll be doing right after this. Like I said, you don't need to clean the front and the back. It's just the sides, like right here. I'm just doing it because it looks prettier for the customer. It doesn't work any different. The sides are what needs to be clean. This thing is just about garbage. There we go. This works so much nicer. Ta-da. What are we on? Which cup holder do I like? I like the... Here, I'll send you a link. I don't get endorsed by this company, but... or anything like that. I just like their products. Cup holder. Put that up. There you go. 2 hours and 20 minutes I've been streaming this. What did I say? It'd take about 2 hours to completely go through this thing. Yeah, about 2 hours to completely go through relay board, clean it, rebuild it, and that doesn't count if you got to put some coils on. Add another 10 minutes or so to that. Let me blow it off one more time since I just what do you call it? Did dusty stuff. Unplug and wrap up. Oh shit. I'll leave it because I'm going to need it to vacuum out the cabinet. Better plug it back in. But I don't know if I will need the buzzer or not. Let's just put the buzzer away. Whoa, 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 whoa. See, that's why you don't put your cords in your way. Woo. But yeah, that was fun for you guys. Put the buzzer over there. I got my cords laying across the floor right in this area. I need to turn it up more. Just wait. Is that better? Now, is it louder now? Just let me know. Because I kind of had this towel laying on part of it. Let me know if that's louder now. If not, I can turn it up a little bit, but it's usually pretty good where it has been. I gotta do blast off yet. But yeah, is it loud enough now? Or turn up your YouTube. Why is there a little heart on there? I don't know. But yeah, I think that's about it. I have to dig out the cabinet. I got the legs over here, which I have to get. So I grabbed the wrong legs the other day for it. I don't know how I did that. There we go. Travel time. I know what that means. The travel time legs, though. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I had my towel over it. Go there. And I trip over it again. There. I'll put the legs up a little bit. Oh, happy 4th of July. Let me know about that swap. Like I said, if you want to do that deal, what we talked about on August 19th, if you want to do that deal, I'm giving you a discount on that, so you can message me back about it. That'd be about it. Otherwise, I think we are done here. And then I'll take the travel time, clean it out, vacuum it out, stick this back in. Take this. Here's the board out of the blast off. You can see how much smaller it is compared to travel time. So yeah, this is tiny compared to travel times. It's the same length, exact same length, but it's 2/3 the size of it. And we got 8 on 8 leaf stacks on this travel time, and we got 7 on the blast off. But this is ready to go. But yeah, I just gotta get that together and do a couple little things on the playfield on that. That'll be ready to go. But yeah, happy 4th of July, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you didn't watch this live and watch it later, there's going to be eventually some cool stuff right here. Check out the description below. Check out everything on that. I need a haircut. Otherwise, yeah. I'm probably going to be back on tonight again on Mark's Basement Arcade. I have my birthday is coming up at the end of August. My party is before August, but usually for my birthday I like to get one of my machines done. So tonight, if I'm in the mood, which I should be, as soon as I get this and that taken care of, I'm going to go dig out that machine and bring it over here. And tonight, you and I and everybody else that's watching, we're going to go through it and see exactly what I need to order to get it working by my by Melissa and I's summer party. So with that, I thank you all for watching and joining. Like I said, there'll be some cool stuff around here. Thanks for watching to the end. Please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. I hope you're a subscriber. And, okay, yeah, let me know on the machines. You never sent me pictures on that other one yet. But anyways, message me later. Take care, everybody. And let me see if I can find this. Catch you later. Thumbs up.